Hey everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play Sunless Sea. We are still in Vanderbilt, but we are about to embark on our greatest expedition yet, I guess. So the plan is, just to remind all of us, to basically go all the way through unexplored waters to the Isle of Cats. And then maybe onward to Port Carnelian. We'll see. And with any luck, we might acquire some of the things we need to unlock our submarine that we can then use there. But we'll see about that. Yeah, for now, we just try to find new stuff. So, yeah, this could be... well, it should be interesting. I think I'm going to start by just going east from here and see what we can find. I guess I'm better off keeping the lights on. Probably. Okay. Right, so we don't know anything about what's east of here. That's good. We can send out a Z-Bat. There's a monster that I could technically kill. No islands within Z-Bat's range. I do wonder how much of a... oh, I see some sort of light cone there. I saw a light cone, I should say. Yeah, I don't know how much of an effect not standing still while using the Z-Bat actually has. Let's see. Stalagmites loom in the distance like the cranes of wolf-stack docks, but vaster. The Corsair's Forest. Oh, Corsair's Forest, you say? Our lookouts are watchful. Good. That's always a good thing. Corsair's Forest. Let me just quickly take a look. Was that here? Gators mourn in the Corsair's Forest, somewhere not far from home waters. Well, I would say that this is already kind of far. I mean, I suppose it's probably not in the grand scheme of things, but oh yeah, I suppose London is there. We're really not that far away, are we? Okay, fair enough. But, well, you know what? Let's slow down a little bit. Just in case it actually does make a difference. Maybe being on the move just reduces the detection range or something? Well, I don't know. Maybe it does. Patrick's Lot, there's something. But is there a place we can actually... I think the light cone I saw was probably the lighthouse here. So... what was I gonna say? I don't know. Ah! Gators Mourn, some distance to the southeast. Great. It's probably... maybe... ah, there's a place to dock. Wonderful. Chose the right side, unless I can actually sail underneath this bridge, I guess. Might be able to. Anyway, great. That's a place we're... not only a place we haven't been to, but also a place that we actually have some business at. Great. Gators Mourn. You know, I should do the thing, which I do, and just save immediately, because this trip was, well, we didn't lose anything on this trip other than fuel, so that's good. The Mourn is a stalagmite vast as a crag, and its foot has no safe harbors. The Corsair Citadel nestles halfway up. An intricate system of winches takes the strain, and your ship rises slowly from the sea. Really? Okay. That seems... why would we lift our entire ship up? Why not take a... you know... why not leave the ship at the... docked somewhere at the base and just take an elevator up ourselves? It seems... I don't know. We're trusting these guys an awful lot, I feel. Your ship rises slowly from the sea. The hull creaks in protest. Yeah, I mean, I would imagine so. Grizzled sailors groan and cling to stanchions. Stanchions? Higher, higher. Now the undersea shimmers like glass below. Children clambering in crevices cheer and wave alarmingly. The winch motor slows and you hang in a cradle next to a red-bowed pirate cutter. An evening at the Arrant Limpet. A drinking den by the dock cradles is a good place for your crew to find companionship and let off steam. But although Gators Mourn is a free port, the Corsairs prefer their own. and look askance at respectable Londoners. I don't know how respectable we are, but sure. I mean, I guess we're technically a lady. I think that's the title I chose this time around. I'm not sure. Terror 6. I mean, a very chancy challenge. Well, very chancy, I suppose it's about a 50-50. It's, depending on what the possible bad outcomes are. That might be a bit of a risk to take. 50 echoes, not exactly cheap. I mean, this is... Well, unless we get extremely unlucky, this is probably going to reduce some terror, and of course, it could lead to who knows what. Explore the Morn. There's a surprising quantity of actual landscape on the Morn. It's vertical, admittedly, but once you find the beast paths and urchin roads, you can traverse it as you would a rocky moor, with an additional throatful of lurching terror. Wonderful. Urchin roads, huh? Okay, sure. Pay the loitering docker for his strategic information. I mean, we've been asked to do this, and this is actually very cheap. Okay, we can only do this when we have the commission to do so. Right. I had been wondering if we would need, to somehow have invested in a spy network or something. I don't know. There was something like that, maybe in the Iron Republic, maybe in Port Cornelian, I don't know, where we could have done something strategic information related that seemed to require some prior, I don't know, some kind of prerequisite. But yeah, well, here we can just do that. Refuse to pay for the information. You're a rough cove. Come on, this is me living me my life. We would still get the information. I'm not going to be that cheap. Admiralty sent you. Price has gone up. It's not safe here. You'll pay the difference, won't you? I mean, 5 echoes is really not much, by any measure. So I guess we're just going to do this. A grin. You're a generous soul. You'll have your reward the other side of the river one day. And here's a little reward for now. Good sailing to you. Okay, the report is barely legible. Well, so long as it is legible. Perhaps that's part of the code the Admiralty will know. Okay. Okay, that only gave us generic strategic information, I suppose. But they'll somehow acknowledge that we have gotten it from here, I guess. Anyway, explore the Morn. I mean, yes, let's do that. There's a surprising quantity, yeah, we've seen that. Oh, interesting. So this was not for the port report. Fights on the Morn have a staccato quality. A careless lunge will send you plummeting to your doom. Yeah, so wait and choose your moment carefully. A contretemps with corsairs? Okay. Contretemps? Not actually familiar with that term, but okay, sure. Basically a fight. Fight, you're good at that? Am I? Okay, it's 1% chance of success per iron we have, which is, not terrible, but could be better. Not great. 48% chance is not great when your life depends on it. Flee? But we have even less chance of fleeing. What the heck, right? Succeeded. Nice. Which means I don't have to reload. Blood on the stone. You smash a wiry villain to the ground, trip over an incoming blade, leap to a neighboring perch, and send its occupant down the long, long way to the waters below. Your shipmates dispatch another 2 with well-flung rocks. The others flee, leaving 1 corpse for you to loot. Well, it's the law of the Z. Okay. 30 echoes. Nice, I guess? Although it could have obviously gone quite differently. Introduce Blemigans to the Morn. Oh, okay. We have a Blemigan, but not the right kind, apparently. So many nooks, so many crannies, so many villains. It seems only appropriate. If you say so? Huh. Wait. What is this? Another afternoon at the Iron Limpet. Okay. Wait. A drinking den? But now it's free? Oh, wait. No, except we used up our free... not free evening. Well, basically the port story, I guess. Over here, rumors of a pirate poet Landlubbers fear pirates. Pirates fear the poet. Gather intelligence. Wait. Oh. Only a 39% chance to successfully get a port report. I mean, logically, we should be able to report on whatever it is we saw here, including that we were attacked, despite this technically being a peaceful place. Or, a free port. But, sure. Over here, rumors of a pirate poet. Well, let's do that, I guess. Lies, nonsense, glimmers. Some say she's a clayman who freed herself with the power of verse. Possible. Others insist she's the personal muse of the king with 100 hearts. Unlikely. One claims she sails on a living ship made of the still screaming skulls of her victims. More sober voices mutter that no, it's just an Alcius-class vessel. Whatever the truths, few have fought her and survived to tell the tale. Only the bravest of captains risk the lonely parts of the sea where her flag is said to fly. Interesting, a pirate poet. Okay. Huh. So that basically just told us that that person probably actually exists somewhere, and we should probably try not to run into her. Unless, well, I don't know, unless she's either not going to attack us necessarily, and we might just have an interesting encounter, or unless we are much more capable of defending ourselves. And I'm definitely not in any position to do that. Well, since I want this port report, you know how this is gonna go. I mean, we were successful here, right? I mean, I suppose I chose not to hang out at the bar, and instead I just went exploring and thankfully survived the encounter. I mean, we probably wouldn't have died, but we might have been robbed and actually lost echoes instead of gaining any, so yeah, that was definitely the better outcome. There might have also been any number of other possible encounters to have, but this is the one we got. I succeeded. Awesome. A steaming bathhouse on a spur of rock. Water slops over the edge of tubs, out over the edge to join the sea far below. Oh, like one of those fancy pools on the tops of skyscrapers and whatnot. Those, I don't know, there's probably a name for those. But yeah, basically, they have the same thing down here. Maybe a little bit less fancy. Scarred captains boast drunkenly of the prizes they've taken and the victims they have marked out. You listen from the shadows. Sneaky, sneaky. Okay. Okay, so we've done this. Been there, done that. I suppose we're gonna do this. Oh? Gain 1 terror? What? Cold shoulders at the errant limpet. Conversation quietens as the drinkers look round. You've been here too long and you're attracting the wrong kind of attention. Time to move on. Well, that's dumb. 1 terror, huh? That I could have avoided. Should I reload for this? For 1 point of terror? Because obviously this didn't do anything for us. I'm preparing to go on a longer trip, and I'm a little bit worried. So, better try to avoid... Oh, wait. I didn't save after this, did I? Of course. I still got the port report. But lost one crew. Wait, what? A dislike of spies. Yeah, I mean, understandable. You and one of your more villainous-looking sailors join a dice game. Villainous-looking, but you know for a fact that she ties to Charity and has a delightful singing voice. I mean, that doesn't... okay. Necessarily mean that she's not actually villainous as well, but, the topic turns promisingly to pillage and ambush, but your sailor is a little too forward with her questions. There's a scuffle and a stabbing. You escape, she does not. Yikes. That is not acceptable. Of course, I got lucky the first time, and now it's never going to work out ever again. Yep, dislike of spies, same thing, okay. I mean, if nothing else, maybe we'll see some more variations on this, but maybe it's only a binary. Either you succeed in being stealthy at the bathhouse, or you fail at being stealthy at a dice game. Yep. That's what I get for being curious. Come on, surely. Gotta be kidding me. Well, I knew I got too lucky with 2 successes in a row. Come on, surely. Okay, once more on camera. Load, yes. Let's not accidentally save. That would be bad. Feels like the loading times are getting longer every time. Oh, okay. Well, at least it's different. Scarecrow, Scarecrow. You're eavesdropping on the captain of a lean black cutter when her first mate spots you. In the ensuing fracas, one of your crew is smashed through a flimsy wooden wall. He falls 200 feet to be impaled on a smaller stalagmite in the shadow of the morn and dies instantly. I would hope so, in that case. It's a painless death, but his slowly mummifying corpse will hang there for decades to come. Ships will salute it. Successive generations of children will name it, rename it, fling stones, dare each other to climb the pinnacle and kiss its fleshless hand. Yikes! Again. At least we get a nice tale of terror out of it. No, it's not okay. I don't know, maybe 1 crew member for a tale of terror? No, obviously not. This is human lives we're talking about here. Come on. Well, okay, I mean, seriously, how many times in a row was this now? At a 39% chance to succeed? Okay, I'm gonna pause recording, and obviously this is gonna magically make it work again. Well, it did not, but it actually only took like 2 more tries after that, so here we go. Unfortunately, well, there might be more variations of success. This is the same one we got, but of course I'm more than happy to get this again. What was this about again? No, that's not. Let's not. Okay. I guess that's with that we're done here. Yikes. Manual save. Let's never have to deal with any of that again. Unless I decide to revisit, I suppose. No. Okay, that brought us here. And I guess from here we're basically gonna go straight south until we hit Shepherd's Isles, basically. Occasionally Z-batting. Just to Z if there's anything maybe just outside of our field of vision. Fuel is, I mean, still looking okay. I guess we've used up 2 units, 2 barrels. So that should definitely last us for this trip, I think. Egan Rock. Okay, let's stop and send off the Z-Bat. Probably still too close to Gator's Morn. Yeah. Also, I don't know, do I have to be standing still during the entire process? Or only while sending it out? Or only while catching it when it comes back? Who knows? A baked breeze rises. The improbable scent of stone. Scent of stone out of some distant desert. You're close to the salt lions. That doesn't ring a bell. Discovered Wilbert's Abyss, 50 fragments. Okay. Oh, yeah, I think I see it just there. Oh, the salt mines is some distance to the south. Well, that's exactly where we headed. Guess we might as well mark it. okay, yeah, some distance indeed. Okay, so that's a surprisingly long distance away. Didn't think the bats detected that far away. I mean, that probably means that there's nothing in this unexplored area. Although, you know, my... Oh, there's a jellyfish or jillyfish. I'm gonna move just a little bit in this direction just to satiate my completionism a little bit. Yeah, okay. Still salt lines. I mean, that doesn't definitively answer whether there's maybe something there. I also saw a ship down there earlier. Oh, crap. Wait. They forced us into combat mode, but they're not actually attacking. And now they've lost sight of us. Nope, now they see us. Obviously we're in no position to fight them. Also, Zeal Port is a port we can actually dock at. Oh. That's exactly... Oh, the Salt Lions. Okay, the port itself is called Zeal Port. Just the area, I suppose, is called the Salt Lions. Anyway, next place. There's a vast sorrow in their empty eyes. Okay, so this is actually like a derelict gigantic ship or something? It's obviously an artificial structure. Okay. I mean, I can always just leave, right? With these hostile ships patrolling here, I was wondering if this is just a hostile place, but I guess... Yeah, I can just leave without doing anything, and when in doubt, so... Should be safe to save here. I mean, I can always just do this. No, I don't know how large these individual save files are, but I doubt I'm gonna run out of space just by creating more and more of them. Unless there's somehow an in-game limit on how many save files you can have. But I'll worry about that when it becomes an issue, I guess. So, the Salt Lions. 2 basalt beasts, cathedral-sized. Okay, so not ships or vessels, but statues, I guess. Sculptures. They frown eternally at each other across the black waves. The north one carries an encampment. Creeping human figures eat away at its features like rot. Picking. There's a supply dock below. Basalt beasts. I mean, okay, maybe they're not necessarily in the shape of lions. Or, I mean, creeping human figures eat away at its features. That seems like they're slowly just chipping away material to use, perhaps, and not so much actually trying to sculpt it into something. I mean, the shape here is vaguely sphinx-like, maybe, you know, with the paw here and the head here. It's kind of hard to tell from above, I suppose. Anyway, visit the Unmakers. Okay, so they are actually, like, taking it apart for some reason. Huh. There's a supply dock below. Okay, visit the Unmakers. Muscular pig wielders rest on camp stools watching you approach, passing hip flasks around. An unctuous overseer beckons you to sit. Okay, carry Sphinx stone to London. Okay, so it's actually like Sphinx-like, I suppose. Huge lion-like statues. Yeah. There's an obvious connection there, I suppose. Carry Sphinx stone to London. The Unmakers are here to reduce the Salt Lions to rubble, 1 block at a time. Help them in their work by carrying the rubble back to London. You'll need a deposit and 20 units of spare cargo space. 200 echoes. I mean, I'm guessing this would allow me to make profit, but we don't have that kind of cargo space, and I'd rather not just ditch all of my supplies, unless they allow me... No, they don't allow me to sell my stuff, my excess supplies. That sucks. But this place is not that far away from London, so maybe after I return to London from this long trip that I'm planning, maybe before I completely refill my hold, I could make a trip here just to see how much I get out of this. Salt writes, the face of the Northern Sphinx is all but gone. Okay, now they explicitly call it a Sphinx too. Fair enough. Lost faces are sacred to Salt, they say. You're drawn there. To what end? Salt's voice is distant but clear. No more than 0 extraordinary implications. Okay. Ah, crap. So I could do this if I had not defied the gods for no real reason. Well, I mean, I have their attention, but I suppose I decided not to believe in the gods, so I can't do anything god-related. Well, fair enough. Let's compile a port report. Time, basalt, dissolution. Record the activities, such as they are. Rite of stone and silence. Not very interesting, but a report is a report. Well, visit the unmakers, I guess. Fungal tisane? The heck is that? And tea cakes. We get funding from the bazaar, it's true, but Station 4? I wouldn't call it Station 4. It's a little grandiose. The stones are stuffed with secrets, but most of them are used as garden statuary or occult ballast. Most of them. Some go down to the places under the bazaar. More tea cakes. Lost 5 terror. Okay. Gain 1 fragment. That's... I mean, losing 5 terror for free is actually not bad, I suppose. So, I don't know, we might have been able to get something a little bit more interesting out of this, but, well, I guess, as it is, it was useful, and definitely could have gone worse. Basically, with this game, it could always have gone worse. So, you know, whenever things don't go horribly for you, consider it a great success. Okay, well, yeah, I mean, this is really, really close to London, actually. That being said, there was that one place that might be a little bit further to the east. I think I'm gonna risk, well, it's not really a huge risk, considering I saved and everything. I'm gonna try going east from here, because I seem to remember seeing that that map, loading screen map, that showed the place... Oh wait, except in this game we weren't actually sent to go there, were we? Hold on, let me just remind myself. Journal. Menaces objectives. No, in my previous runs I had the objective to find that Iron and Misery Company station. In this game we actually got the quest for the intelligence report that we just collected at Gator's Warren. Right. Misk. But where does she want us to go? And where is that? Isn't that listed here? Obviously not. Memoirs, Lynch, learning about... No, she wanted us to go to Demo Island, right? Okay, so our officer quests are gonna be listed here, that's right. Did we ever talk to the Poissonnier, actually? Maybe not. Or maybe his, whatever we needed to dine with him was too expensive, or we just didn't have it. Oh yeah, actually, hold on. We can easily check that, of course. Speak to, increase your hearts, dine with the, yeah, right. We need some muter salt, because try to be on the lookout for that whenever they sell some of that, and we need another strange catch, which I still have no idea how to even acquire these. I mean, it's not like I can just start, fishing, unfortunately. So, yeah, I'll just keep an eye out for that. Officers, did we ever... Oh, never mind. Right, at one point I briefly recruited that magician, but of course we could only pick up one of the officers offered at the time, so I went with the chief engineer instead. Right, and to remind myself... Oh yeah, of course, he has this very involved quest that requires a bunch of items. Well, that's not actually even that. Allow the mechanic to enjoy his sleep. Might be messy here once you could. Could you have a couple of strong sailors standing by? Tell them to snap the box shut when the trouble begins. He holds up a bottle of laudanum. I will be sleeping deeply. A serpent trap. I don't even know what that is. No, but his quest involves having all those different Z stories and also picking up a clay man from Polythreme. Wherever that might be. Further to the east, no doubt. Okay, anyway, so I guess we don't actually have a reason to visit the Iron and Misery Company right now. I thought it might be related to our Cannoneers quest somehow, but I guess not. Okay. And I feel like there might be something in this strip of map that I'm not exploring, but maybe not. We might be good. Don't notice me. Are we? Because I'm okay to just not have my lights on right now. I guess I... Well, they haven't seen us. They might not even be hostile. Don't trust anyone or anything here. Okay. Z-Bat. Perhaps. Discovered Thornwell Croft. Something underwater close by to the east is there now. Oh yeah, I can actually see it. And we're already basically at... I just saw it. Shepherd Isles, right. Oh. Well, I suppose it's actually time to head a little bit further east then. Fogbank. Our gunners struggle to see our foe. That's a relatively small ship. 30? You know? Have they seen us? They totally have seen us. Why are you turning that way? Oh, because I'm dumb and I just cannot control the game. Please? I also can't hit the correct button, apparently. We took damage. Of course we did. No! And I didn't get the next shot off before they did. That was awful. Why did I turn the wrong way? I just... Ugh. Not used enough to combat, apparently. I mean, I suppose we'll... I guess I can always use 3 of my Admiralty's favors for a free repair or a very cheap one. And we have a bunch of those favors at this point. I mean, I don't know if there's anything better to do with them than to exchange them for some free supplies or free fuel or repairs anyway, so maybe that's exactly what their intended use is anyway. And yeah, we're definitely gonna come back from this trip with more than 3 port reports, which is gonna give us those favors back and more. So maybe I don't need to worry so much about taking a little bit of extra damage, but you know, it's annoying when it's clearly avoidable damage. The ship is yours. Loot and scuttle her. I mean, we might get super lucky and get... What was it? Outlandish artifacts? Well, lean pickings. I suppose I think this is all I ever saw, but that might be all you ever get from these small pirates anyway. Or you could get luckier. Well, we'll see. Some sort of barrel. Tap the bung carefully. A firkin of honey. Okay. Not super valuable. I think I could buy those for like 30 or so back in London. But, you know, it's something. This is what they call prisoner's honey, wrung by the lamplighter bee from the exile's rose. I wonder who made up all these names, remarks able seaman Carget. Someone who has read a sight too many books, I'm thinking. Okay, yeah, possible. Anyway, what do we have over there? Pure wall point? Yeah, total of 9 damage. Too much. Entirely too much. One of those hits was definitely avoidable. I would definitely feel a lot better about it if I had only taken that first hit. Oh well, here the wilder airs mingle with the airs of the near reaches. Demo's Gate, really? Named for a navigator lost above. Demo's Gate? Might that also mean that Demo Isle is somewhere nearby? How did his bones come below? I don't know. A navigator lost above. Okay, hold on. Slow down. Seabat. I didn't actually see it leave, but... Alright, there it is. Demo Island, some distance to the east. Wonderful. Oh, might as well mark it. Yep, okay. Guess I wouldn't have really ventured that far east if I hadn't just happened to discover this. Demo Island. And I think the docks might be right down there. Sure enough. It always looks so much further on the map. It's crazy. And I suppose, in reality, I just can't really... Oh, Iron and Misery Company Funging Station. That's actually the same thing I was looking for as well. Or I was, talking about. Well, there we go. Too bad we don't actually have any business here for the Admiralty. Not more than normal, anyway. A tryst. A discreet opportunity has arisen to spend time with your favorite officer. Oh, despite not being officially... I don't know, not being officially in a relationship anymore. Or, having our sweetheart back in London, but, London is far away. Okay, anyway. Yeah, well, we're here now, and we'll see what we can do. If we can actually advance our Gunner's quest here. We have pretty heavily invested up front in the first, to even get that quest started in the first step. So hopefully something will come of it without much more investment. But who am I kidding? Manual save. Yes. I mean, part of me kind of considers reloading and redoing that fight. We didn't really get much out of it. Oh, I don't know. Should I? I took a little bit too much damage, and we did not really get much out of it. Of course, chances are we would have gotten even less. I don't know. Ah, it's a tough call. I think I'm okay with this. It's fine, a tryst. Sure. A discrete opportunity. Okay, this will noticeably reduce your terror. I mean, okay, we have terror 7. Unless it's already low. I mean, I don't know if 7 is considered low. I suppose it is. 7 out of 100 is definitely not very high, but, as you always want it to be as low as possible, of course. But if you have a sweetheart back home, you may want to think twice. Oh. In the surgery, I don't expect any new patients this evening. The affair is at an end. Perhaps they're gone, perhaps you've thought better of it. You may want to think twice if you have a sweetheart back home, and I kind of want to explore this whole family thing, I'm so interested in where the affair with the heir is going to go. I also don't want to offend her. Uh-oh. She's not going to be upset, right? I mean, this was never a real romance, just a little liaison. I mean, I did save, so if this actually does offend her, or even causes her to leave, I don't know if that's even possible, if officers will actually ever just leave you, or die, or, The end of the affair. The night is a little darker. You've gained 5 terror? That sucks. No. Ah, why? Damn it. I mean, okay, she's still here. I didn't really expect her to leave. Maybe if we had been in a relationship with an officer that was actually, that had more feelings involved. I could have seen that being a distinct possibility, but, well, gaining terror? I suppose I could always just not click on that option in the first place, and then I would never have to choose. Or could I have just backed out of that? Okay, well, in this case, gaining 5 terror for nothing? Not okay with that. Huh, now it's down here. Can we? Okay, perhaps not. We can just choose not to officially end the relationship, the affair. I mean, just out of curiosity, let's see. Okay, lost 7 terror. Instructive. She's made up the operating table with a couple of towels. How nice. One spread over the surface and the other folded into a pillow. I like to give instructions, she says, settling herself on the surface. It's not a reflection on your skills. The bowl over there is for you to soak your hands. The water is icy. I like a cold touch, but don't go numb. When you're ready. Okay. Peculiar, but nice enough, I guess. Fraternized more with one of my officers. I mean, does that mean that we have regained this? Love in the dark, yes. So that previously disappeared when we started the romance with the sweetheart in London. Yeah, but I don't know if it's a good idea to keep going back and forth, especially since the game explicitly warned me about, continuing this affair if I also have someone back home. I mean, I don't know how they would ever learn, but, it seems kind of scummy, at the very least. So, yeah, just wanted to see how interesting that episode would be. And, yeah, as I said, I guess I'm curious about what other episodes there could be in the future with the air. But on the other hand, yeah, not interested enough, I suppose. I'm also not going to officially cancel our affair, because apparently that's just bad for my mental health. Iron Misery Company Funging Station. I&M has a funger operation here, felling giant Bolagus shrooms for building materials, harvesting Kira leaf for its medicinal purposes. Okay, drugs, I see. It's a disparate little outpost of something like civilization. Up puffs the affable factor. What? Up puffs the affable factor. Oh. Okay. Oh, hello, Captain. Thank God for visitors. We'd go quite mad out here otherwise. Quite mad. How can we be of assistance? Good thing you haven't actually gone mad yet. Bargained with the Factor for a secret. The irrepressible cannoneer is convinced that the Factor knows more about a weapon, the company's terrible prototype. You'll need a bribe. It's only fair. 200 more echoes. Yikes. Tea with the Factor. Okay. Apparently that involves our poissonnier. The poor fellow needs the company, and he can spare an hour away from his schedule. Okay. Explore Demo Island. Close crowded thickets of Bolagus and Scarily. The Iron Misery Company fells them daily, but they grow back almost as fast. I mean, I suppose that's convenient when you're using them as resources. The interior of the island is dark and wild. Except a volunteer. Oh. Well, one of company's Bolagus fellers has negotiated an early release from her contract. It's the sproutlings, she tells you, her face pleading. I keep picking them out of my porridge, and my hair, and my eyes. Take me away. I'm a good worker. Oh, wow. I mean, I'd love to actually help her, if I could. Compile a port report, of course. Gather supplies. Some of the island's fungus is good to eat. Some is poisonous, hallucinogenic, or mischievous. Good luck. 60% chance of success, huh? Right, we still have a little bit of terror, and I guess no other way really to reduce it around here. Not much, not many opportunities to just relax and have fun around this place. Well, maybe the tea with the Factor might help. Apparently it's only possible because we have the poissonnier with us. So... An interlude. You sit on the veranda? Is that a way to spell that? Veranda of the Factor's house? Looking out over the fungal jungle. like that. An expanse of green and sour gold. The air is thick with hovering spores. The scones are stale. Even the tea has a hint of mildew. But the factor is good company. He shares odd stories about the Gant Pole, where monsters swarm, about the seductions of the principles of coral, the infestation at Featherhaven. He also has a long Bolegus frond carted aboard your ship. He waves away your thanks. I've eaten so much of the stuff, I fear that I might be transformed entirely into fungus. That might, He leans confidentially toward you. It happens, you know, but one does have to eat rather a lot of it first. Okay, I was gonna say, I mean, that's probably not, he's probably not just saying that. Lost 2 terror, okay. Gained 9 fragments and 1 supplies. Questionable as it may be. Okay, cool. I mean, we have to do this, obviously. It's, well, yeah, sure. It's only fair. A shared and sorted past. Even with the bribe, the factor is reluctant to talk. Even after a little tea time. But it seems the cannoneer knew him in the old days, and he's even more reluctant to have the cannoneer talk about the old days. Finally, he gives in. It was a place called Estival. Do you know it? It's a striking place. You wouldn't believe me if I told you. It's east, a long way east. We took it off all the maps. Not that maps last at Z anyway. That's all I know. Now, shall we let the past lie where it fell? Okay, I'm definitely investing pretty heavily here. Although I suppose, if ultimately I do get a good weapon out of it, and I mean it sounds like that's the idea. I've so far paid, what was it, like 250 for the first step of the quest and another 200 now? I mean, that's still, even if we have to pay something more at the next, possibly, hopefully last station of this quest, we might still only have paid around as much as we would have for one of the better weapons, you know, in the shops in London. So, you know, I guess it's fair. Especially if we get something better out of it than we would be able to buy. And I sure hope that's the case, because otherwise, why bother, right? Anyway, okay. We advanced that. Moved ever further away, so slightly further away from being able to afford that ship. But oh well, I guess we're doing fine with our current ship if I'm just not planning to fight anything, or, you know. Anyway, gather supplies. I mean, I would like to try that, but let's compile a report first. The business of spores. Of course, I&M's activities here don't seem that interesting. Nevertheless, record what you can. Okay, another rather uninteresting, unexciting report, but, you know, it is what it is. Well, and since things have gone well so far, I mean, there weren't really any opportunities to fail, I suppose. We want to just save here again and give this a try. Gather supplies. You are unlucky. Gain 5 terror. A fug of dread. Okay. Yeah, fuck that. The spores lie thick on your face. They coat your tongues. One crewman begins to whimper. Oh Christ, he says. They've reached me heart. My heart, actually. Well, maybe. I don't know. I think I'll be harvest yet. Harvest yet. You have to drag him back to the ship before he's calm again. Okay. I'm surprised we didn't actually lose someone there. I mean, that certainly sounded like a thing that would happen in this game. Let's try that again. Come on, 60% chance of success this time. Not too long ago I failed like 10 times in a row with a 60% chance of failure, so... go. Same thing again. God, how many times? How many reloads is it gonna take? And are we even gonna get supplies out of it, or... It could be... I suppose... I don't know. Whether we ran into something outright poisonous or only hallucinogenic. Seemed like that crew member was not actually, well, poisoned. He didn't die, but he was just freaking out, so I guess that it was the latter of those options. You were fortunate. You gained 1 supplies and also gained 2 terror, though. Ah. Some of the island's fungus is good to eat, some poisonous. Why the terror, though? Just only for entering these unpleasant mushroom forests? I suppose that's fair, but do I want to gain 2 terror for 1 unit of supplies when we're not really in any kind of danger, supply-wise? Do they have any shops here? They actually do. Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, it's the usual increased rates. I don't know. You know what? I think I'm going to end the episode here anyway. Maybe I'll just... I suppose when in doubt, I'm just not going to bother trying to gather supplies. I could also keep doing this. Huh, interesting. I suppose I could actually just do this repeatedly to see what possible outcomes there are. And maybe if there is something really good that can happen, I'll maybe roll with that. Or otherwise I'm just not going to bother because, you know, I don't feel like that's worth it. I mean, it would be, I suppose, if we were about to starve. But, yeah, as it is, I'm just going to take a break here, maybe see if I can get a slightly better result. And if not, we're just going to move on. I don't know if I want to... I'm tempted to just head east, because we seem to be in pretty good shape still. I mean, yeah, I took some damage, but, you know, the plan is to avoid any major combats anyway. I feel like the fuel is going to easily carry us all the way to the eastern edge of the map, unless, I don't know, something is different about the waters further east, and, you know. But I feel like we should technically be able to reach that place, Estival, was it? And maybe pick up that gun. I mean, that wasn't the original plan, but I am tempted. I'm gonna think about it, maybe. Yeah, well, we'll see. We'll see. For the time being, I thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and I shall see you real soon. Bye-bye.